What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Chris and welcome to another episode of Virtually News. What you're looking at behind me is Outerra, an entire planetary game engine. That's right, we're talking about a game engine that can render an entire planet, but not only can it render an entire planet, but it does it in real time. So what you're looking at behind me is the entire Earth being rendered in real time from individual blades of grass in high definition all the way out to space. So while you go ahead and enjoy the images that pass behind me, I want to share the biggest reasons about why I think this is so impressive, and I bring it to you now. Outerra, first and foremost, the biggest reason why I think it's impressive is what you're looking at is a game engine that's still in alpha. This is a game engine that's still technically not even in beta to where it could be tested properly. All its features are still in the mix, and yet look at the scope and the grandeur of this game engine. Secondly, Outerra has a fully functional atmospheric system. That means as you move closer and closer or farther and farther away from the planet, you will see a true representation of atmospheric conditions. So when you have weather effects such as fog and the density of clouds, all these things will be generated in Outerra. Another amazing thing about Outerra is the fact that it has unlimited visibility. That means when you zoom all the way out, that the game engine will allow you, the only limitation is the curvature of the planet itself. Outerra is able to produce details ranging in the kilometers all the way down to individual centimeters. We're talking about developing entire mountainscapes that are realistic one-to-one scales of Earth, and all of this allowing for dynamic shadows. So as you zoom along the planet going 500, 600 miles an hour, it is constantly loading not only the actual objects themselves, but is also loading the shadows that would go with it at a realistic range. As if that wasn't enough, the developers of Outerra have also integrated Google Chrome, that's right, Google Chrome, the browser, into the game engine itself. So if you went and you downloaded the test, which you can find in the description down below, you can hit the letter G on your keyboard and it'll pop up the Google Maps of exactly where you are on the planet. Now obviously it's not rendering all the buildings that would go along with this, but you're looking at the exact topography down to the centimeter. So you can imagine then the idea of actually hiking up Mount Everest in a video game, the idea of actually hunting in the Rocky Mountain forest, the idea of actually having to traverse the Saharan desert. And that's not Outerra's party piece either. If you give it certain coordinates, then you can make your own planets. That's right, you can customize exactly what you want your planet to look like. And on top of that, if you don't even have the coordinates to give it, then you can just completely randomize it, and Outerra will build you a seamless planet to explore. Now, on top of all this, we already know there are developers out there who are doing a one-to-one scale of Tolkien's Middle-earth. That's right, that you can have a game where you can actually have to walk the miles and miles and miles to be able to get into Mordor. And to finish all this off, Outerra already has integrated aerodynamics for planes, proper collision detection for land and water vehicles. That's right, a game engine that's in alpha that already has all of these things, and you can even change them. So if we want to have ragdoll physics in here, you can change that in Outerra. The developers have already discussed the ideas of what kind of games can be made with this, talking about entire planetary strategic games where you could zoom all the way out away from your units, figure out what was going on in the combat, and zoom back in to control your units. We've also discussed the entire idea of a true sandbox open world RPG. This would allow for an amazing open world sandbox game that could be MMO of types, where we've always kind of wanted that idea of a Skyrim that allowed us to play with friends but still had that individual character. When you generate a whole planet, God knows that is definitely going to be possible. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with a couple more images that I think are absolutely amazing. But while they roll by, I'm really curious for you guys to formulate some ideas for games that you think would utilize this engine incredibly well. And go ahead and tell me in the comment section down below. Again, if you guys are interested, you can find in the description where you can actually download the test and explore the Outerra engine yourself. And of course, if you're a game developer out there, you can go ahead and look in the description as well, and I'll link to where you can actually purchase the alpha version of this, and you can start tinkering around to see if you want to use this for your game. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to go ahead and help support my channel, I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe. I really appreciate your guys' viewership. But in the meantime, my name is Chris, and I will see you guys soon.